Ah, every time a watch rings, a sidekick gets his upgrade.
Hey! What's up, my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the Kamen Rider Armor series, GEIZ Revive. So here we are, and there he is, and first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. So right up front here, we have a GEIZ Revive. His name is Kamen Rider GEIZ Revive. On the top, Rider Armor Series. On this side of the box, we have Shippu. On the other side of the box, we have Shippu. On the back of the box, we have our obligatory product shots, things, things, or cross sells. Warning, don't eat anything in this box. That could be very bad for you. And on the bottom, we have stuff that I cannot read, and we have Sir Pac-Man. And that's basically it for the packaging. And moving right along, here we have our savior. We have GEIZ Revive. So let's get in close here so we can take a look at that head sculpt. You get some nice gold there on the visor. You get some metallic red going down the center of the helmet, along with some white trim going on there. Looks pretty good. You can see the armor itself has some nice metallic paint going on there, a little more of that metallic red going down the center. And you have the driver here with the ride watch there with the old hourglass. And as always, cat hair is not included. Get out of here. But pretty nicely done. Of course, you got the ride watch holders. And going down the body, you don't get too much as far as paint goes. You get a little bit of white here, a little hourglass design going on. And moving up the back, not much to speak of. Coloring wise, there's absolutely no paint on the back of this figure, but that's just the way these are. So it's par for the course. Now, articulation wise, the head is on a ball joint, so you get your wiggly waggly. You can look up very slightly, you can look down a little bit more. Rotation, it can do a full 360. The armor gets in the way a little bit. Now, in GEIZ mode, you have these shoulder pads here, which move out of the way a little bit, so they do greatly hinder the arm articulation. So you really want to get his arm forward about that far, back about that far out. That's pretty much as far as you're getting. You get bicep rotation, 90 degrees of bend at the elbow, wrist rotation. You do get a waist joint that is on a ball joint here, so you do get some rotation is a little bit hindered, but oops, if you go too far, you'll just pop it off. But you get a little bit of rotation and some wiggly waggly. Legs can move forward that far, back that far, outward that far. You do get some rotation right up there at the hip itself. Over 90 degrees of bend there at the knee, and the feet are on the ball joints. They can move up, and they can move down. You get some tiltage as well as a rotation. Now, as far as accessories go, he does include his weapon for this form. He does include the Jikanja Claw. And here it is in its saw mode. And as usual, tons of detail. All the detail that's supposed to be there is there. Just unfortunately none of it picked out in paint. But really, really nicely done. Very, very detailed, as you can see. So you get the Jikanja Claw in its saw mode, and you also get it in its claw mode, which again, nicely detailed. Looks really cool. But in GEIZ mode, he does use it in the saw mode, so you just get that into his hand, and he holds it okay. There you go. So he's got a saw, so you can saw, and oops, that popped off. Get back on there, man. There you go. Saw, seesaw. So there you have that. So now we can change him into his Shippu mode, and to do that, well, first we need to remove this weapon, because this is not the Shippu accurate weapon. But to change him, all you do is just untab the front portion here. Sometimes it helps if you just kind of move the arms forward. Kind of helps untab these sections here. There we go. You can see there's just a tab that goes into his chest here. So you untab that, and you just splay that out like so. And what you do here with the helmet is you just untab the central portion of the helmet, and you replace it with this blue portion. You can see it's done a nice metallic blue. And there you have GEIZ Revive in his Shippu mode. Shippu! So, you got that. You can see some nice metallic blue paint in there, as well as the inside of these sections here. Looks quite good. And these are on a ball joint, so you can actually kind of angle these however you want. You have the little hinge in here also, so you get a little bit of posability there if you want. And we can give him the Jikanja Claw. It's claw mode. And put that in his other hand. And this one he actually holds quite well. So, there you have all that. And for comparison, there he is with regular GEIZ. Just so you can see how he looks there with his upgraded form. And here he is with the GO2. So, there you go. So, there you have a GEIZ Revive. It's a pretty nicely done figure for what it is. I like being able to switch between the two modes like he does on the show, so that's pretty cool. Really, none of these figures are, like, amazingly fantastic, but for what they are, they're decent, they're fun, they're playable. So let's hope these two don't kill each other before the video's over. So, there you go. Now, I picked this up from Hobby Link Japan, but of course, there are many other sites you can go to for stuff like this if you're interested, such as CS Toys, Ami Ami, Hobby Search, Mandarake. Of course, there's always eBay and Amazon, but do be wary of that pricing. You can also check out BigBadToyStore.com for some Kamen Rider items. They mostly just sell figure art at this point, but if you want to check them out, I'll put a link to their site in the description down below. You can also check out the GO playlist for any reviews you may have missed. Also linked in the description down below, so you can check that out as well. And I think that's it. So don't forget to check out EmGo's, check out Lori Plan, follow me on Twitter, all of that good stuff down in the description below. And I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So there is the Kamen Rider GO Rider Armor Series GEIZ Revive. And this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud. Palm in your face. Ah, now, Gio, now I am strong enough to take you down. Ah, rejoice. Shut up, Waz. I'll be over here if you need me. Shish. Now, where was I? Oh, yeah. Now I am strong enough to take you down. Why? Just because you have some football pads on now? And wings! What, is there Red Bull in that thing? You know you make it really hard to fight to the death when you don't take things seriously.